tell another story?
Yeah. I have a lot of stories, but a lot are in my head, so I can't really get it out. So, I can write all my thoughts down and make it have perfect sense, but when I try to speak, my stomach ties knots and my throat clogs up and my vocal cords decide to not work. So, in that moment, I don't know, are the best explanations I can give. And that's sad, really, because people who I speak to think I'm so unintelligent. All she says is, all she says is, I don't know. It's just so hard to talk. It's not even mental anymore. It's become a physical problem when it's hard to move my mouth enough to let words out. And I know exactly what I want to say, and it's sitting there perfectly in my mind, yet when I open my lips to speak, nothing comes out but an because all my thoughts are simply trapped under my tongue and she refuses to let them go. I just want to be able to talk about what happened without mentioning how much it actually hurt. To care for the wounds without reopening them. To name the pain without inviting it back in. I had so much to say, but somehow the paper remained blank and I couldn't have described it any better. Have you ever thought that the eye is probably the only part of the human body that could tell a completely different story than what the mouth delivers? No. The most simple but complicated word in the English language. Simple in 2 letters, extraordinary in paths. Funny how you could tell a person no but get the opposite result. I need water, I said. He leaves. You watch. Here, he goes. I sip. Their voices became unreal. My vision slipped away. I'm tired. I go. He looks back with a smile I'll never forget. One eye opened and he had me pinned. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I got out the word no, but that didn't matter to him. And in that moment, I saw how dark the world could truly be. Why me? I spent a lot of hours, minutes, days, months asking myself that question, and it's a question that will always linger on. I've seen it on TV, I've saw news articles, but never even would think that it would ever become real to me. The word rape wasn't even in my vocabulary. And I trusted you, but you watched, you listened, and didn't bat an eye when I asked you what you heard. So, I can say this much now. I knew I completely matured when I realized every situation doesn't need a reaction. Sometimes you just have to leave people to do the lame shit that they just so happen to do. And then I looked back at it all. I looked back at every single thing, and I clearly saw how the bad times were just as important as the good times, and how every single moment always resolved around some kind of terrible darkness. The world will break your heart a million ways till Sunday. That's definitely guaranteed. But I can't even begin to explain that or the craziness inside of people. But Sunday, it's my favorite day again. Your art, it's not about how many people like your work. Your art, it's about if your heart likes your work, if your soul likes your work, It's about how honest you are with yourself, and you must never trade honesty for relatability.